You kind of tend to adopt other people's principles. As you grow older, you start to realize maybe this person's truth is not my truth, and that's completely okay. Welcome to the first ever episode of my digital diet. And I know you're gonna ask, like, what the hell is this? Well, let me break it down for you guys. Basically, this series is just gonna be about everything that I'm absorbing. It's like from books to podcasts, like music, audiobooks. Really, the sky's the limit. And I just wanted to like share with you guys. I am a big believer that the things you absorb or let yourself consume are so important in shaping your life and how you see life, how you experience life. And for me, like exposing myself to so much positivity and just channels of growth is so important. And I thought I would share that on here. It's literally anything that I fancy, anything that I think, oh my god, this helped me through this week, I'm gonna share on here. And yeah, it's just really like a cozy vibe here. I have my cozies on, like, we're in bed. It's a cozy day. It's not too bright. It's pretty much like chill. I have given you guys an intro. Let's get into the first episode. If you guys have been watching like my videos, you guys would know that I have been reading The Mountain Is You for a while now. And I started last year, but like last semester I had to stop because I just stopped. Like, I just didn't know when I stopped. I would have it by my bed, but I just didn't feel like I had the time to read, and that's completely okay. But I'm back into it now, and I currently just finished chapter 6. There's so much about this chapter, and even the book in general, that I would love to explore, but, we're just gonna explore a little part of it today, because one day at a time. Today we're gonna be talking about adopting your own principles. I just thought that this will be like a good first episode with the new year, like setting intentions. I am gonna start off by reading the first paragraph or so of the section. If you feel lost, or as though you don't know where you want your life to go next, or worse, fear that everything that you have built could come crashing down, you don't need more inspiration. You don't need more positive thinking. When you have money problems, you need money principles. When you have relationship problems, you need relationship principles. When you have work problems, you need work principles. When you have life problems, you need life principles. More money does not solve money problems. Different relationships do not solve relationship problems. New work does not solve work problems. Your future life would not solve your life problems. When I read that part of the book, I immediately remembered the saying about how people say that more money doesn't change anyone. It just shows you who they truly are. And that's the same with anything in life. Like, a bigger version of you is still you. You're just exhibiting it more. You have a bigger way to show who you really are. If you have no principles in your smaller life, you're not gonna have principles in your bigger life. I say that in quotes because everyone has this bigger version and more grand version of themselves they're trying to reach. And if you're not able to take care or be who you are right now, if you're not able to have principles right now, you're not gonna have principles when you become or when you think you become that ideal version of yourself. So why are principles important? Principles are important because they provide a framework for making decisions and taking action. They can help guide behavior and provide a sense of purpose and direction. Principles can also serve as a moral compass, helping individuals and organizations to act in an ethical and responsible manner. Additionally, having a set of clear and consistent principles can help build trust and credibility with others. I couldn't have said that any better. Principles are important because they just basically guide your life. They guide you subconsciously and consciously. You make better informed decisions because you're secure in who you are because of your principles. We just talked about why principles are important. So what is a principle? From the book, I read that a principle is a fundamental truth that sets the foundation of your life. Having principles shift you from short-term survival to long-term thriving. Think about life. We make decisions every single day, every single moment, every single minute. But when you make decisions, you're not making decisions based off of what you're currently feeling like. You're making decisions that you know your future self will thank you because they're guarded around the principles that you have set in place for yourself. That's how we thrive, because we are doing what's best for us right now and also for our future selves. Everything in life is principled. Even nature has its principles. We know the principle of gravity. What goes up must come down. We know that the earth rotates and spins towards the east side, so the sun rises from the east instead in the West. Even farmers understand the principle of nature and season, so they know when to sow and when to harvest. Like a good farmer wouldn't be a good farmer if he didn't understand those basic principles. And when we understand that principles are important, even on a larger scale, such as nature, and on a personal scale, it drastically changes our life and our perspective on things. Principles are like investments that you don't really get a return on immediately. But we know that the small things that are done with repetition and over time become the big things. Even with fitness, for example, a lot of people talk about how you cannot depend on inspiration or motivation to stay on track with your fitness goals. If you're waiting for like the only times that you feel like going to the gym to go to the gym, you probably wouldn't even make it to the gym once a week, because most of the time you're just like caught up with other things, or you just are not in that headspace. To like achieve your goals, you have to be disciplined. If we rely on inspiration, like if we try to pair inspiration without principle and we rely on that, we're just going to end up more disappointed, because you cannot trust yourself to always feel like doing the thing. I feel like I've gone on and on about, what are principles, why are they important, and now like how do we even like make our own principles. If you're like me, and I feel like everyone, to be honest and to be fair, you kind of tend to adopt other people's principles, be it your parents, the people you spend a lot of time with, your friends, family. But like as you grow older, you start to realize maybe this person's truth is not my truth. And that's completely okay. There's so many principles in the world, and one is going to contradict the other. And you just need to pick your principles based off of your life, your goals. When you picture your truest version of yourself, or your best ideal self, what does that look like? What kind of principles does she have? What kind of values does she have? In the book, to determine and learn about yourself and learn about your principles, she recommends that you answer these 3 questions. What do you value? What do you genuinely care about? The second one is, what feelings do you want to experience in your life? And the third one is, what makes you uneasy or gives you anxiety? If you ask me, I think these are really good journal prompts if you're into that. I love journaling because it helps you explore yourself. I don't do it every day, but some days I just want to dump everything in my head on paper or on my laptop. I encourage you guys to explore these questions. I know I would be, and I hope you guys get a better understanding about what your values are, what you think your principles are. And I also want to encourage you to like not be so strict on yourself. It's okay if your principles are different now than what they would be in the future. You're a human being. You're made to evolve and you're made to change. So what are your principles right now? Like, I think that's something you can sit down and decide and learn about yourself today. That's it for the first episode, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. And honestly, if you guys have any recommendations on books to try, podcasts you listen to, things that are like fun and like you want to explore more of, feel free to let me know. I'm also going to be starting an Instagram for the series. I'm going to put the name on the screen and also leave a link in the description. Feel free to follow and interact. I for sure enjoy and appreciate every one of you that watch my videos. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I appreciate you. And with that, I'm gonna wrap up the episode for today.